when you think about your personality, would you say you lean more towards your mom or your dad?
Oh, definitely my mom still.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Hello, hello, everybody, and welcome to We Need to Talk Now, presented by AT&T. I'm Ashley Nicole Moss, and we have a very special guest joining us. Lucy Olsen is in the building, and at the best possible time, happy March Madness, Lucy. I know this is a chaotic, in the best possible way, time of year. How are you doing?
Yes, it is. I am so excited. Yeah. Just you said it perfectly. It is chaotic, but the best time. So yeah, I'm pumped.
So when I spoke to you a few months ago at Big Ten Media Day, I asked you what is the ultimate goal of this Iowa team, and it was to win a championship. That's very clear. And I asked you how the camaraderie was, how the chemistry was, and you said, look, we have a really great team. I know a lot of people are going to be wondering how we look without Caitlin Clark, but I want people to know we have a lot of talent on this basketball team. At this point in the season, now that we're in March, do you feel like that mission was accomplished and people are now understanding Iowa is more than just Caitlin Clark?
Yeah, I don't think we checked off the championship yet. But yeah, I definitely think that we showed people that we're still Iowa basketball and we're still here, so we can make some noise.
Murray State looks like it's going to be, or it is your first matchup rather in the tourney. How's the locker room feeling? How are you guys preparing? What was the reaction when you found out that was going to be your first round matchup?
Yeah, we're excited. We know that you can't take any team lightly, and they're in the tournament for a reason. So they're going to come out, they're going to play, and neither of us have home court advantage. So
Mhm.
it's going to be a tough game. And I think any team that we would have gotten is going to be tough. We're going to have to lock in on the scout and figure out how to beat them.
Yeah, a lot of people are kind of keeping their fingers crossed for a potential rematch against USC if everything goes according to plan. How cool would that be, not only for the team, not only for the locker room, but also just for the conference, that kind of conference battle, if you will?
Yeah, there are so many teams that made the tournament, and
Yeah.
yeah, USC, that would be exciting. I mean, that was just a crazy game in general, so to play them again would be really cool.
And I think, I mean, obviously this would be your third and final March Madness, which is very sad to think about. It's kind of bittersweet, if you will, because you start a new chapter, but you close a chapter that you're so familiar with. What are your emotions kind of going into that? Are you just focused on the task at hand and are going to allow yourself to kind of feel the emotions of this being it when that moment comes? Or are you feeling a little bit of everything at once?
Yeah, I think it's a combination. It's crazy that it's my last season, so I'm trying not to think about it, but at the same time, it's the last chance I get, so I'm just gonna try to make the most of it.
Yeah. I know when we spoke at the Big Ten Media Day, I asked you about being welcomed with just open arms from Iowa and Iowa fans and just the city in general. Um, and you said that it was just so surreal from you, or for you rather, to just get that kind of love just straight off the bat. Now that you have had a few months of really experiencing it and living in it and breathing it, was it even more than what we spoke about a few months ago?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like I'm just so grateful that yeah, the fans really embraced me and I've only been here for a year. Like I can't imagine how everyone like the rest of the team feels being here all the time. Like these fans are so amazing and everyone that you see in public or they're just so loud at every game home away. It's just yeah, it's incredible and I feel like every day it just gets stronger and I'm just happier to be here.
Does that just kind of make the team want to work? Obviously, like everybody has fans and you would hope that, the city, the state comes out and supports, but is having that kind of support, especially for you, it being your first year at the program, does that just make you want to go a little bit harder in the tournament? Obviously, you do it for yourself, you're a competitor, but having that support, doesn't that just push you just a tad bit harder to really make some noise?
Yeah, I think so for sure. Like Coach Jan has said that a few times. Like we'll just take a moment in practice and we'll look up and be like, all these seats have been bought. Like you
Yeah.
gotta work your hardest in practice. I don't care. like someone bought those tickets to come see you. So yeah,
Mhm.
she kind of has that same message of just push yourself a little extra harder because these people you're giving so many people an outlet. You never know what they're going through. So
Yeah.
just be the best that you can to help them out.
Speaking of your coach, I mean, this has been your first year being coached by her and just being in her presence. What is the biggest takeaway that you've gotten in these past few months? Whether it's just her approach, her preparation, or just a little tidbit of something that she's told you, whether in practice or whatever that you hold close and near to your heart.
Yeah, I think just how much she cares about everything that she does. Basketball, you as a person, her
Mm.
family, like you just feel how much she cares and how much she wants you to succeed. It's not about herself, it's always about someone else. And I think that just goes such a long way because if she's not doing it for herself, then she just wants the best out of you and then you want to give the best from yourself to give back to her. So it's a really cool way of coaching. I've really appreciated it.
Well, you have teamed up with Great Clips during this March Madness tourney, this March Madness chaos, if you will, and you actually got to team up with an SNL comedian to get into your comedy bag a little bit. Tell me what that whole process was like and exactly what you're doing with Great Clips.
Yeah, I got to go into Great Clips and they gave me a nice cup before the Big Ten tournament. It was awesome. Everyone there was so nice and they got me looking good to play good and all the fans and everyone can get a $10 coupon if they go to greatclips.com/10 off all month for March Madness. They can go in and get $10 off their hair and look great. And yeah, while they're watching March Madness. So it's been super awesome with them.
Yeah, so even if you're not playing everyone, you can still go and look good and pretend like you are doing the tunnel walk into
Yep.
a big game. And speaking of tunnel walks, big games, you and this entire Iowa team has a very impressive freshman group. I just want you to kind of talk to me about how impressed you are. I know that you play with them day in and day out, but seeing them up close, what has that been like, and what leadership have you provided as they kind of carry the torch when you go ahead and move on and get into your professional career?
Yeah, this freshman class is so special. Coming in here and making noise right away, that doesn't happen too often as a freshman at such a competitive school. And I think the coolest thing about them is how hard they work. Every day in practice, they
Mm.
show up. Even when the season wasn't going too well, they weren't getting playing time. They don't know when their time's going to come, but they show up every day. They get the extra work in, and they're just trusting that. And now some of them are getting to really show it to the rest of the world. Others are still going to have to wait their time, but it's going to pay off because they're tough. They're special in practice. They're surprising us every day. They're so fun to play with, so fun to watch, and yeah, I they are really making their mark and I love it.
Well, I would be remiss to not ask you about your personal favorite March Madness memory. It's that time of year. Everyone starts, thinking about other things and past and present and future. And so, what is something when you think of March Madness just kind of sticks out to you the most?
Ooh. I think just the bus rides, the flights with
Hmm.
my team, because it's the last go around, so you just remember everything a little bit more and you don't take it for granted. So I think just those special moments of taking the airplane flight, because it's your last one of the season, you never know. So I
Yeah.
think just those little moments.
I love that. Yeah, gotta hold on to the little moments. Okay, so before I let you go, we're gonna play a little game of rapid fire. So these are quick questions, and you gotta give me the first thing that comes to mind. All right?
All right.
So, first up, would you rather take the game-winning shot or have a game-winning assist?
Ooh. I feel like if it was a flashy assist, but a game-winning shot.
Okay, yeah. All right. Which fictional character's death still haunts you? Could be a movie, TV show, book, doesn't matter.
Well, I'm really into Marvel right now, so
Okay.
it's got to be Tony Stark.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Spoiler alert if no one's seen it, but
Yeah, I mean, if you haven't seen it by now, it's kind of like too late.
yeah,
It's
okay.
it's been a while. Who is your WNBA GOAT?
I'm gonna say Sabrina.
Ooh. Okay. Any particular reason or
I just love her game and
yeah.
yeah, I want to meet her and train with her. That'd be so cool.
Okay, so this or that. So I'm gonna give you two music artists and you have to pick the one that you would take, okay?
Okay.
Taylor Swift or Rihanna.
Taylor Swift.
Okay. Taylor Swift or Beyonce.
Ooh, Taylor Swift.
Ooh, okay. Taylor Swift or Adele.
Oh gosh. I'm gonna still go with Taylor Swift. I'm
All
not a
right.
Swiftie, but like I know so many of her songs.
Okay, so Taylor Swift or Gracie Abrams.
Oh gosh, I don't know a lot of hers. So
Okay, so
Taylor
Taylor
Swift.
Swift.
Yeah.
All right, Taylor Swift or Sabrina Carpenter.
Oh, hers were really good recently. But still Taylor Swift.
All right, Taylor Swift or Kelsey Ballerini.
I don't know who that is.
So Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift undefeated. Okay, so for someone who's not a Swiftie, you made the Swifties proud.
Yeah, I guess so.
Favorite sport that isn't basketball?
Um, ooh, volleyball, I think.
Yeah, ooh, I like volleyball too. That's a good one. One piece of advice that you would give to any young girl looking to play basketball.
Keep working as hard as you can, and it'll take you where you're supposed to go.
I love that. Well, listen, before I let you go, I have one more thing for you. You've been going viral, you and your mom, for how much you two look alike. Is that something you agree with? I know it's hard for you. I know when people tell me I look like my mom, I'm like, do I? I don't really see it. But do you, when people say that, are you like, okay, yeah, I know. We're twins. I get
Yeah, that's funny. I mean,
it.
people have told me my whole life, and I've never seen it. And then one time, my mom and I were going through like old pictures of her, and I
Yeah.
saw it in an old picture. So then I was like, okay, maybe we do look alike. And now that I'm getting a little older, I kind of see it, but not as much as twins.
Yeah.
But
It's hard. Yeah.
I'm super lucky. I'm like, oh, if you're telling me I look like her, I can't wait to look like her in the future.
Listen, there's worse things, right? I'm like, I'll
Yeah.
take it. So when you think about your personality, though, we already know kind of what your looks are. When you think about your personality, would you say you lean more towards your mom or your dad?
Oh, definitely my mom still.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, dad. No love.
I know. No looks, no personality. I guess the athletics, maybe.
Okay. Well, listen, with what you're about to do in March Madness, that is definitely a flex for your dad if you say you got some of your athletic ability from him. I wish you, Iowa, the best of luck. I wish you health, and I hope that we are seeing you at the Final Four.
Thank you.
Thank you.